Alrighty, are you gone? Let's take a look at what's on the interwebs today. Let's jump right in. All right, now brace yourself because we got a little bit of hate for Vegemite in these first couple posts. First of all, take a look at this Vegemite display at the disgusting food museum in Malmö, Sweden. I mean, holy smokes, that's a little harsh, don't you think? Vegemite, I mean, it might not be for everybody. But damn, the disgusting food museum? First of all, that sounds like a place that wouldn't be on my top list of, places to see, right? I guarantee there's a lot worse things in that museum than this cute little yellow and red bottle of Vegemite. That's insane, man. Let's see what they write about the beloved Vegemite in their little placard here. Vegemite is a sandwich spread made of the leftover yeast at beer breweries. The black sticky paste has a very salty, umami-rich flavor. Imagine a thick, concentrated soy sauce. You either love it or hate it. Vegemite is usually spread on buttered toast, and only a small amount of Vegemite is required due to its strong flavor. In 2011, President Obama, okay, so the U.S. President Obama then, I'm assuming, angered Australians by saying that he found Vegemite to be horrible. I didn't know I could zoom in, by the way. I could have made this a lot easier for myself, but there you go. Vegemite, it's been opened, too. Look at that seal. You cannot mistake that. I wonder why they would put an open one. It's kind of weird, like aesthetically, right? I'll be forwarding this to the Prime Minister's office. I expect a declaration of war to be drafted and signed by lunchtime. So we sending the emus to Sweden then? How dare they? We better watch out, Sweden. If they're sending emus, well, you better brace yourself for impact because those emus, yeah, they've never been beat. Alrighty, and then take a look at this one. I think this might be even worse. Okay? Worse than that last museum. This is a definite act of war. This is a very recent post. The other one wasn't. This is recent. This was posted in Reddit/Cool Guides, Reddit, which I've never even seen that one. So perhaps I'll have to take a look at that in a bit. But this is a list of the 20 most bizarre foods in the world. I suppose you could make the case that bizarre foods might be, at least on the surface, less offensive than disgusting foods, right? But I'm honestly thinking once we see this list, you might think otherwise. So let's take a look. And please brace yourself because this is a hell of a list. If you have a weak stomach, you may want to skip this or leave the room for about 30 seconds. Cheese infested with live maggots in Sardinia, Italy. Even over here in the U.S., Alaska, frozen whale skin and blubber. Yeah, that sounds disgusting. I'm sorry. Rocky Mountain oysters. Now, of course, we are told to avoid these if you are at least anyone with some sort of street knowledge. Avoid Rocky Mountain oysters. If you didn't know, those are deep-fried bull testicles. And those are here in the U.S. as well. And look, I know that the world is a humongous place, and there's a lot of different foods. And, I think I could safely say that some foods may be extremely off-putting or weird or bizarre to other people. And I think that's okay. I don't think that's offensive, in my opinion. I think that everywhere is different, and anyone that doesn't realize that everywhere is different, you need to think that through. So in other words, these are bizarre foods, and I agree. I don't mean any offense to any of these, but yeah, fish sperm sacs from Japan, not what I'm craving. Fruit bat soup from Palau. I mean, holy smokes. Anyway, the point of this is you look at some of these extremely crazy, bizarre foods that, I think most people, if they don't already enjoy these, that means that they probably have never enjoyed these, and they probably have no interest in doing so. Compare all of these striking, bizarre foods with what they have for the Australian offering as their most bizarre food. They have Vegemite on toast. If we zoom in right here, they're comparing Vegemite on toast to cheese infested with live maggots, to sharp ammonia-scented eggs, stew made with dog meat, boiled fruit bat soup, eggs cooked in urine. I mean, the list goes on. It gets pretty frightening, to be honest. And we have Vegemite on toast. I could safely say, As someone who has enjoyed Vegemite very often in the last 2 years since trying it, yeah, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but it's definitely doable. And it's quite good when done right, I think, especially with some other good ingredients on toast. It is not even in the same universe as these other offerings. They did Australia dirty here. Whoever made this list, boy, did they mess up. Everything else on here is bizarre and, quite frankly, gross, in my opinion. Call me crazy. Vegemite on toast doesn't belong here. They are comparing Vegemite to maggot cheese or piss eggs. That's what I'm saying. They really did Australia dirty here. This one's going to the Prime Minister as well, guys. Oh, geez. This has to have been made by a Kiwi just to wind us up. Useless real estate agent signs. I saw these signs on Ringwood and don't understand what they're trying to achieve. Maybe starting a K-pop band. You tell me, Kenneth. Okay, let's get a better look. Wow. I have not seen those style hit the near me in the U.S. yet. You never know. Those are huge. First of all, you can't even see the house. Second of all, I don't know. Maybe tell us about the house. Give us a number. You know, make people interested in the house, getting a sale, right? What are these humongous, bigger than a car, self-portraits? Perhaps they need a career change. I think they have the wrong vision here. I think this captures the industry perfectly. Imagine the meetings ahead in their office. We need to update our signage. Perhaps we should include more details for the house, for sale, pictures, the price, etc. I've got it. Portraits of ourselves. Main character syndrome is strong with these clowns. Yeah, and look, I'm not digging at real estate agents as a whole. I know there's awesome people and kind of goofy people in every industry. But these guys, yeah, these guys are pretty goofy. Well, take a look at this Aussie post. This is something I don't really get to compare here in the U.S. Kohl's $4 hot cross buns on the bottom versus IGA $4 hot cross buns on the top. Now you tell me what you're grabbing. Same price. IGA with the win here. I think that's easy. Look at that beautiful finish. That shine, that sheen. These are about, I don't know, 3 times the size of the Kohl's ones. Unless the Kohl's ones were like smashed or something, maybe packaged poorly. I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious choice. Call me crazy. Everyone in the comments seems to agree, although there are some people that are skeptical, saying their Kohl's ones look better than this. Were these smushed for the photo? Throwing Kohl's under the bus? We may never know. What do you guys think? Gotta let me know. I did say they look smush, but they could have been just, you know, sloppily presented at the store smushed. Or it could be some foul play here by the photographer in the original poster. Great value, hands down. Took this photo on the 30th of March at the Kohl's back room where we keep the bins. I found a bunch of perfectly good hot cross buns. More hot cross buns. My goodness. Thrown away. So I thought I would send a photo as your friendly neighborhood Kohl's employee. Yeah, it's a lot of food thrown away. It's a shame. I've seen this myself when I used to work at a couple different stores. It always annoyed me. It sucks how much perfectly good food that was made, crafted, you know, ingredients supposed to be consumed, right? Is just wasted. You know, it's made, it's packaged, and it never reaches what it's supposed to do. It's such a waste of food. I wish I knew the answer here, but I clearly don't, because it's always a thing, and I just think it sucks. Honestly, I just try not to think about it. Like, thinking of how much food is wasted worldwide, it's like, oh my God, man. Okay, this is the most quintessentially Australian sign that one could ever see. Let's take a closer look. Grunters Narrabeen. Well, right away, I'm thinking of Australia. Again, I would never see words like that in the U.S. That is definitely Aussie. For beach safety information about this location, scan the QR code. Pretty straightforward, pretty cool. Look at all these different languages right in a row. But let's get to the good stuff. Warning. Strong rips. Or should I say snakes? Snakes has been etched in after the fact. Can't forget the snakes. Large waves. Slippery rocks. Mind you, they have pictures for you to ensure that you know what you are being warned about. submerged rocks and sandbars. Cliff risk area. Snakes again. Don't mistake the snakes. Sharks. No lifeguard on patrol. Well, there's one piece of that sign that is a load of baloney. There's definitely a lifeguard. An 8-legged lifeguard. But a lifeguard nonetheless. Yeah, I definitely say that's one of the most Aussiest signs I've ever seen. Well, another company, even in Australia, you guys have to deal with shrinkflation, just like we have to on so many products I loved growing up that have just, fallen to such a horrible standard that they're just so small, and while the price has gone up. Isn't that just beautiful? Here we have Cadbury Moros. Again, this is not a bar that we get in the U.S., but as you can see on the left, I don't know. There's no context, so I don't know how old this is, but it's apparently older. Beautiful shape, good size, and we have a presumably brand new one on the right. Look at that little joke. It has definitely been, it's like it's almost been cut in half. And there it also is next to, I'm assuming that's a 10-cent piece or something. It's barely bigger than the coin. Cadbury Moro, I think you're lying. I think it's becoming more of a lesso. Oh my God, they should start calling them lessos. You beat me to it, dad joke. Love your work. Man, I think I've made it in the world of dads because my dad joke game has been on point lately. My goodness, shrinkflation has really hit everything, guys. This is not fun anymore, is it? Look at that. You can't even call that a python anymore. That one on top is a lie. Well, I could tell you what, perusing the interwebs here in Reddit/Australia, I've seen probably like 2 or 3 posts about side salads. It's becoming like sort of a meme here. So maybe I'm missing the context a little bit, but there's quite a lot of recent posts about side salads at pubs and things with, kind of a funny tone to them. Well, this is even a part of the kids' meals now, I guess. And I do have to say, at least they got it accurate, because the kids are going to, if they're really hungry, they're going to munch on the chicken. They're going to munch on the fries. And if they're good, maybe they'll have a little bit of salad. Well, why, dress this whole side of the plate with salad if they're only going to pick at about this much? They decided to just be smart with it and give them a spoonful of side salad. And you know what? I think that's the right call. This looks like a fun time, though. Looks like a good kids' meal. I wonder what the parents got. I don't know. But we got the Pokemon out. We got some sort of vehicle with tires that have to be mounted. Looks like a good time. Seriously, though, imagine that coming out with just that little bit. Like I said, it works. But in reality, it's kind of like, dude, that's all? Like, what's the point? What were they thinking when they played at that? Poor old Tasmania, always getting left behind on the maps. You guys know this as well. Special honorable mention to New Zealand. They are quite used to being left out of maps as well. Now, I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't really want to get into the whole bill and read it and stuff, so I'm just going to generalize. But government urged to encourage more people to exercise by offering tax deductions for gym memberships. I think that's kind of cool. I think a lot of people throughout their life, it can be a struggle, right? You might go up in weight, you might go down, you might be in shape one year and not in shape another. And I think that's okay. I think that's the cycle of life. It can be hard sometimes. It can be, a roller coaster. But, overall, for your health and for your well-being and, hopefully less stress and, having a good attitude and a good outlook on things, I think it is nice to be in shape if you can be. Tax deductions for gym memberships might be a cool thing. I mean, if you can go do something good for your mind and body and get a little bit of a tax incentive, why not? Of course, there's a lot more that goes into this, and I'm sure this can be made to, make this look bad and make this look good. So I'm not going to dive into that. You guys can think for yourself on that and, argue amongst your local peers if this affects you. I just think overall putting incentives for people to be in shape is, on a very basic surface level, a good thing. We don't have anything really like this, but it does depend on where you're at. You know, Chicago, the greater Chicagoland area, for example, does tax, you know, unhealthy drinks and stuff harder. So it incentivizes you to, you know, drink water. You know, if you want to drink sugary, big drinks that aren't going to be good for your body, it's going to cost you more. So, like, it's kind of in the realm of this. Really, though, at the end of the day, it's up to you where you want to work out, right? Small gym, big gym, local gym, corporate gym, in your own, you know, living room, in your own bedroom, in your own backyard. It's really up to you. So this isn't like a lifesaver or anything. Glasshouse Mountains on Queensland's Sunshine Coast put on show during last week's rain event. Take a look at that. Beautiful as always. I expect nothing but the best from Glasshouse Mountains. They've become one of my favorite features that I've learned about and seen through beautiful pictures and videos and stuff. Yeah, look at that. Just a dreamy area. When you have mountainous areas with that haze or that fog combined with a rainbow, that's something you don't see every day. A rainbow coming down in front of these. What a wicked sight. And to end it, we'll do a few random posts that I have found that are popular today. This is pretty freaky. It's kind of breaking news from a few hours ago. 7.4 earthquake strikes off the coast of Taiwan. This is in Taipei. Let's take a look. That's pretty freaky. My God. Oh, I'll do a full. Jeez, dude. Oh, how freaky. It's weird it collapsed, but it's not fully falling down, thank goodness. How scary, though, man. How is that not actually fully committing? I mean, like I said, it's good that it's not. Oh, my God, how scary. Jeez. Yo, that earthquake's just, it's one of those things that, you know, happen a lot more than people think. And you can see footage of it, but it still blows your mind every time. I mean, it's just one of the weirdest things. It's not like, you know, weather events. Like, this is actually the earth shaking stuff loose. It's freaky, man. It's also scary. That part of the world, I always feel bad. Isn't that called like the Ring of Fire, right? It's like so many earthquakes happen around this huge general area that Taiwan would, of course, be encompassed in. Hoping for the best for them. And I hope it's not too tragic, because this looks freaky, but it doesn't look bad. It's not like the whole city is literally flattened. I'm hoping that everyone is okay, of course. Very interesting footage from that. Well, that was a pretty fun collection of posts, I think. I hope you enjoyed that. Cannot wait to see your comments, of course, down below. And I appreciate you watching. It's going to do it for this one, y'all. I hope your week is off to an awesome start the last couple days. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. And until next time, y'all, I'll catch you later.